Hi, I'm Schuey, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make the easiest mac and cheese, and maybe even the tastiest. Now there are a few things that I do different with my recipe and a couple of ingredients that I add to make it pop. So sit back, grab a drink and let's get into it. Today I'm going to be using my 57cm Weber Smoky Mountain, and I'm also going to be using my JG barbecue deflector plate. Why? Because I don't need a steamy environment for today's cook. So out goes the water pan, in comes the deflector plate, and that 6mm thick steel is going to hold those temps steady throughout the cook. I'll be setting up to smoke around 150 to 160 degrees Celsius today. How I'll do that is by filling the charcoal ring with unlit charcoal, leaving a well in the center for the lit charcoal to go. I'll then 3/4 fill a chimney starter with charcoal and light it up. Once it's all ashed over, I'll dump it into that well we created. I'll also add a chunk of pear wood. We only need one chunk. I don't want to overly smoke this mac and cheese. I'm adding an ambient temp probe to the grill just to keep a check on our temps. Place the lid on, open all the vents, and once we get about 50 degrees Celsius off our target temp, we'll start closing down the bowl vents. Now I did promise this was going to be the easiest mac and cheese recipe to make. So grab a pan, preferably a large one. Now keep up because we are going to do this quick. 500 grams of Colby cheese, 700 grams of dried uncooked pasta, and I know that's an odd amount because most bags come in 500 grams, but I just filled the jug up and weighed it. 450 grams of cheddar cheese, 125 grams of salted butter, put all of it in, 250 grams of cream cheese, 500 grams of diced and pre-cooked bacon, 1 to 2 tablespoons of your favourite barbecue rub. Today I'm using Loot & Booty's Everything Rub. Because of the name Loot & Booty, when sprinkling it on, you can make pirate sounds. Ah, she'll be right. And now just top that off with 6 cups of milk that tastes like real milk. That's it. We can now add the mac and cheese to the top grill, put the lid on, and let that smoke away for 30 minutes. How simple was that? Nearly as simple as giving this video a like. We are cooking using an indirect heat today. All up, our cook's gonna take an hour and a half. Or for those of you who like to use my beer timer, you're looking at a 3-beer cook. Cheers. After 30 minutes, the cheeses should have all started to melt. So we can get the tray off the smoker. Remember to put the lid back on. We don't want to see any big heat spikes. So we just want to give everything a bit of a mix up. Once we've given it a good stir and we can see nothing sticking to the edges, you can actually see it's starting to resemble mac and cheese now because that pasta is absorbing all of that milk. We can now get it back on the smoker for another half hour. That's an hour, and it is time to check the mac and cheese. I know you can't smell this, but trust me, this smells awesome. I'll give the top a good sprinkle of the rub we used earlier. Loot & Booty pirate sprinkles, as I like to call it. Now give that a good mix in. Again, just go around all the edges, make sure nothing's stuck. Once you feel that it's all mixed, just flatten it out a little bit. Now for that added extra something. Now this is going to taste great, but we want awesome. We're going to add 2 bags or 100 grams of pork crackle. This just needs to be made into small crumbs. Just sprinkle the pork crackle crumble over the top nice and evenly. Put this into the smoker for another half hour. Surely you've subscribed to the channel by now and also hit the bell button, and that way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. This last 30 minutes is going to see that pasta soak up the last of those juices. The pork crackle itself isn't going to darken up, but it will crisp up to give a really crunchy bite. If we're going on smell alone, this is a winner. But as we all know, it comes down to taste. Are you kidding me? Forget side dish. That is the main course right there. Cheers for watching, everyone.